Hey, boys and girls, weather report for August 22nd, 2022. Oh, 2222.
2222. That's right.
I'm fucking amazed. I don't know. It doesn't take much to please me, though. Oh, I see God in everything. I found. Evolution needs a special type of genetic change. I wonder what that is. That's from creation.com. I don't know. Anyway, maybe we'll take a look at that. But, oh, yeah, I got to get us back. Hi, Jefferson. What the hell's going on?
Hey, not much. Thanks.
You're expected to say something fucking amusing and brilliant.
But don't feel any pressure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't feel
pressure. I'm That's really amusing or interesting.
Oh, you're botting. You're botting. Where are you? Are you working?
No, I'm done with work, but I don't have a great signal right now. Hang on just a second. Actually, it's going through my 5G. That's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm not going through my network might be down.
Oh, it's okay now. It's a little better. It was just botting for a while. Either that or my head was botting. I'm not sure. Could be that. Could be high blood sugar. Oh, so I got one of these blood sugar test kits last night, and it was like, what the fuck? You expect me to poke my finger?
Yeah, it's really a shocking sensation the first time you do it yourself. It's odd, and then sometimes and this must be a quality control problem. Sometimes it won't puncture me quite enough, so I have to do it again, and that's also awful.
I got a gauge on mine. It goes from 1 to 13 or 14, and I tried it at 2, and it was a good stick, right? If you did 14, would it go right through your thumb?
I don't know. It must be for people like who play guitar or something. I don't know.
It's just like, fuck
the thing is, if you're poking your finger to get your blood sugar samples, is that going to affect your guitar playing?
Yeah. Well, I guess it creates calluses if you use the same finger over and over again, according to the instruction manual. But anyway, that'll be fun. I don't know.
How old are you today, Speed?
61, 161, 26,161. How old are you?
According to my numbers, 21,426. But if I take my my actuarial life expectancy, I have 6,575 days left.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky, yeah.
Yep.
Because that doesn't take into account like any weight problem, blood pressure problems, diabetes, or whatever. So anyway, on the plus side, I've never smoked or anything, so I don't have that or other factors against me. So it's all a crapshoot.
Yep. I have a few factors against me. I think you bottled on us again. I think my life expectancy, according to the actuarial tables, after you factor in my behavior, works out to about 12 years old. If you do the math right, it's about 12 years old. Not much. Anyway.
Somebody's ratting you out, Jefferson. According to Spooky Bad Hair, you play the ukulele. So have you got it nearby? Can you pull it out and play Smoke on the Water for us, or Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven, yes. I want to hear that on a fucking ukulele.
Spooky's being generous if he's saying I can play it. I own a ukulele. Yeah, that's
yep.
I own a guitar. I don't play it well.
I own a treadmill, but I don't play it well.
Yeah.
It's hard to tune up a treadmill.
It is. It is.
You really have to work hard at it. To
I use it to hang my shirts and to feed my cats party time. It's fun when you get the cats on there eating party time and you turn it on. It's just awesome. It's really a good time. That's how we roll. Anyway, Jay Bundy had a man on from the University of Minnesota, and his name is Michael Travisano. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And he was a researcher in multicellular, basically multicellular evolution. And he's done a lot of research at the University of Minnesota. And he also, I think he's also one of Richard Lenski's PhD offspring or something like that. Either that or no, I think he came up at the same time as Richard Lenski. But anyway, he knows him. So I put a link and timestamps to the part where Jay Bundy interviews him, and it was a pretty good interview. And that is in my description. So that's what I got. And then we're going to shoot it in the head. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so it's just a quick announcement for this video, and just like, hey,
Sure. Right. Yeah. I'm just like at this point, I'm just going to advertise for Jay Bundy's channel, Pocket Locker.
we're just an outlet for Jay Bundyism.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. Then we're just going to shoot her in the head. I want to mention that on Wednesday I have a board meeting, so I cannot have a weather report. So maybe I'll do it on like Thursday or something. I don't know.
That might work.
We'll see. What's that?
That might work.
That might work. Yeah. Yeah. So I just found out that they really keep me informed in this fucking company. I just found out today that we have a board meeting day after tomorrow. I'm such an important board member. Anyway, what the
Is
hell?
it like invested in?
What's that?
Is it a company that you're like invested in, or
Company my son started in 2008, and then I came into and ended up owning a piece of, and now my sons are running it. So,
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and yeah, there's always hope. No.
Hey, Speed, I'm putting that the link to the amateur conversationalist, our Counting the Days world premiere in the private chat. If you want to put that in description, allow people who might not have been able to be there to or watch it yesterday, they can rewatch it. Give us ideas. Why don't you tell everybody about Counting the Days?
They can go watch the goddamn video. I already did that. I'm not going to do it again.
Okay. I guess I'll put it in the side chat. Sounds like not getting cooperation here.
I put it in the description. I'm not going to tell the story again. It's sort of a heart-wrenching little story that I have. I'm not sure how heart-wrenchingly I told it, but anyway, that's how I learned it. Because somebody died, I learned how to count days, and then it turned into something else. But I think we mentioned synchronicity, and that's going to be our topic next Sunday, because No Name thought I meant synchronicity or patterns with a capital S or a capital P. Like philosophers, they always talk about reality with a capital R. You want to get down to the real, certain, absolute reality. I don't believe in any philosophical wienerism that involves capital letters. So anyway, I take everything a little more relatively than that. And so we got to explain synchronicity from a naturalist point of view.
I've got a way that I can talk you out of using wienerism. Wienerism should be used with a capital W.
No, you fucked me up. Oh, what am I going to do?
Whatever happened to that guy, Anthony Weiner, who...
Carlos Danger?
So what?
Carlos Danger? That's an online name.
I couldn't understand that because of the roboting.
You're chattering. Quit stuttering.
Carlos Danger was Anthony Weiner's online name.
Oh, okay. I remember that now.
Okay, yeah, I remember the name, but I don't remember what the hell it was about. What was he about?
He was a candidate for something, but just kind of a big loser. And he was also like married to one of Hillary Clinton's political advisors. He was married to her, and kept sending dick pics to other ladies or something.
Yeah. Yep.
So
yeah, that was cool.
He was married to Puma Baden.
Yeah. Just he's like the poster boy of self-defeating behavior.
Yeah. Yep. That was fun. What do you think? Why do I have the wrong thing on? Let's get the right thing on. Oh, we could listen to a video. This one is this is only 1 minute and 50 seconds. Oh, this is a short one. We got to listen. Is this
going to tell us about how evolution is wrong and creationism is right?
This is from creation.com, Creation Magazine, and they provide me with little links every day. But let's go ahead and see what they say.
But is that really evolution? You could ask questions like, is all...
Okay, how's the sound? Is it coming through or is it fucked up?
What I heard was okay, but sometimes you have to go for more than 5 seconds to figure out how it's going to be.
Do I? Well, let me see. Hang on a second here. Let me get my shit up. Crisp. Cancel noise. Okay. Turned it off. Okay, try it now.
Change in living things evidence for evolution.
Yeah, that's good.
What kinds of changes are evidence for evolution? Are there types of changes that would not be evidence for evolution? So let's think for a moment about the type of change that evolution requires.
Okay, wait a minute. Evolution is basically in a species, is change in a species? So, what?
Think of the story of evolution. Let's start with the single cell. Don't ask where that came from, but let's just start there. This cell is supposedly going to give rise to all of the life we see on Earth today. Now, think of the genetic code required for that cell. We could represent that here with these books. The cell would have needed the information for things like the thousands of components inside the cell. Even granting that it may have been simpler in the past, for it to be living and to reproduce, it must have been extremely complex.
Right. Now, evolution says that the single cell went on over millions of years to evolve into a multicellular creature, for example, like this. So the kinds of changes to the genetic code that would be needed involve adding huge amounts of new, never before existing genetic instructions to build all of the things that the single cell didn't have.
That's right. The single cell didn't have the genetic instructions for things like hands and fingers.
Are you fucking kidding me? This was all they got.
They never have anything. It's just...
Look at these two.
Waste of humanity. These guys, they just dress up and then spout garbage. That's their job.
Okay, I'm sure they don't have pants on.
Well, at least they're not wearing lab coats. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, that's true. They're not doing lab coats.
Yeah, they look like a couple of Mormon missionaries. But anyway, not quite though. They wear matching ties, don't they? Do they? I saw two in the store the other day. I should have checked to see if they wear matching ties.
Generally, it's like just a plain black tie, but maybe they don't. Maybe that's not a rule anymore.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. These and other problems we will solve on our journey. Anyway, fuck these guys. That wasn't interesting. That was not interesting.
You didn't want to hear more about like how the information, all that information had to be there in advance before those things could come about.
Yeah. Otherwise, how would it know? How would it know to pop from a one cell or bacteria to a baby? We got bacteria to baby evolution.
Yeah. Oh, I just read that the cost of raising children has skyrocketed to $1,500 a year, and I thought that'll cut down on child kidnapping.
Did it skyrocket to or skyrocket by $1,500 a year? Like you add $1,500 a year to the previous cost.
Maybe. Well, yeah, it seems like they would cost more than $1,500 a year.
I think with $1,500 you're getting off cheap raising a kid.
I think my fucking cat cost me $1,500. My raccoons cost me $1,500 a year. So yeah, it probably went up by $1,500 a year, but that'll cut down on child kidnapping, and that's a good thing. So, way to go, Biden. He did something good, right?
Maybe
more of that Doug Brandon energy going on.
How is Biden responsible for inflation? How did that land on Biden's doorstep? I never quite understood their logic there.
Well, that's just bullshit that they gaslight the American public with every time inflation occurs. And whether it was a Republican in office or whether it's a Democrat in office, they will say, well, it's this president's fault. You've got inflation, therefore reelect this other party. But the president has little to do with inflation rate. So
yeah, even if it happens like 2 days after he took office, it's like goddamn Democrats are in control.
Yeah. It's a gaslighting that has been going on since the beginning of economics, and I don't know why people aren't a little more wise to it. What do you think, Jefferson?
Yeah, the weird thing is that they know better, right? Like Republicans, they're like, "Oh, the president only has so much power to do this. What is their guy?" Right? It's always just this goofy theater, right? The one side under attack is like, well, they don't really have that much power. The only thing that they can really do, the president has appointment power for the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and depending on the type of person they get in for that job, maybe that's got some say. Right. In what's going to happen with the inflation. Other than that, you can pass. But yeah. The kind of inflation that we were having post, like in pandemic recovery, I mean, that was going to happen if Trump got the second term. So, yeah, they're just talking out their asses.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm with the Ukraine and the Russian sanctions and the supply problems and the whole fucking pandemic thing. I mean, it was just a setup, plus the amount of money that they pumped into the economy during Trump's administration.
Where did that go?
He probably had a connection problem, but I mean, like during the Trump administration, they were handing out $600 a week checks to everybody on unemployment with no questions asked. I mean, that's a pretty good sum of money. Like what the fuck? That's $2,400 a month. Like on top of your unemployment, and that all happened during the Trump administration, and then they're complaining that Trump's giveaway program for the pandemic Biden's. And it's like, wait a minute, that was Trump's administration that did that. I don't know. Anyway.
That kind of revision history, yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, that makes much sense. Anyway.
Well, guys, I think signal's is going to keep getting worse, so because I'm having trouble hearing you, and it's clipping on me now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So there's something going on with it. But, thanks for having me. It's fun. I will get my battery charged up. I will listen to you guys in the background. So
thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I don't think nice chatting with you.
We're not going to be around very long today at the rate we're going. If I can't find something to listen to.
I know. I guess the weekend did us in.
Okay.
Can I see you guys later?
Okay.
See you, Jefferson.
Bye. So can I call him Smell Cordova now? Or
why weren't we calling him Smell Cordova before?
Well, because when I do the takedown of his zinc finger argument,
we need to refrain from that.
But I can now, right? I mean, because I'm not.
No, wait till after the presentation that you have, the rebuttal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's kind of stinky though. He's still after that McLean Bible Church. He did another video on that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, they're suing it. Somebody else's. Cell is suing them, right?
Uh-huh.
And what it amounts to after I listened to it is like his attorney sent them a letter telling him, asking him to provide reasons why they trespassed him, right? Why they threw him off the property. And he's suing him for something else. And, he hopes that is going to allow him to get them to release all their documents, financial documents or something.
Disclosure, yeah.
And it's like, okay. He pointed out, I think they spent $130 million in legal costs on the last lawsuit they had. And so we got Sell with probably $60, $70. And then we got the church, the McLean Bible Church, with $130 million in legal.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to turn out?
Well, there's that big fancy, that big house that his mother left him. I guess he could sell that. And then who knows what kind of cash or whatever.
Yep. If you the old quantum mechanics thing, you're borrowing that from the old quantum mechanics thing from Richard Feynman, I think. Anyway, what else? Do I have anything else? Oh, what the fuck? I apologize. We got nothing. we got Myth Vision with.
Why don't you go ahead? Did you pin the link? We need to declare this a shit show Monday.
Shit show Monday?
Yeah, I did. It's an emergency shit show situation. Oh, did you pin the link?
Well, Midnight should come in. He's always got some.
Yeah, Midnight. We're ready for you, and he bails on us. We're letting Jefferson finish his thought, and then Midnight bails on us beforehand. He probably found a better channel.
Yeah.
There we if that's possible. Because there's one thing other channels don't have, and that's snack. They don't have snack.
You don't have snack. I don't have snack either. I don't know where they.
You don't have snack. Snack disappeared.
Oh, it was really cool. So last night, Snack wants to sleep with either me or Thor, and Thor is the cat that's gaining weight. I think he's almost 20 pounds now. So he cuddled up to Thor. And I was taking a nap listening to the videos, and I heard Snack screaming bloody murder. And I looked over, and Thor had his paw on top of him and was holding him down.
Like, kid, you're starting to annoy me.
It was awesome. One paw, it's like, okay. And Thor had this look on his face like, this is kind of amusing. That was pretty cool. Yep. Ken Ham. We could look at Ken Ham. A pro-life movie is coming to theaters September. Okay, pro-life movie. Here we go. What do you think of this?
If it's done by a Christian group, it's going to suck, but it'll be popular anyway.
Oh my God, this looks like an amazing movie. This is a must-see. Pro-life movie is coming to theaters. Okay, look at that. Look at that poster. Does that look wholesome or what?
Are you showing us something? I don't see anything.
Oh, sorry.
You got to remember, it's more than just you when it's weather report.
Yeah, okay. Okay, look at that. Look at that poster. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, there's just so much love and Christian value in that one image of that wonderful white family sharing all that privilege.
Let's see. Don't miss it. The fate of lives of unborn children has been in the news. And of course, hold on a second. Let me do a little adjustment here.
Does Kevin Sorbo appear?
I'm sure. Got it. That guy.
Eric 311 really wants Kevin Sorbo to be in the movie.
I really don't want him to be in the movie anymore. I'm just so tired of that motherfucker. Okay, there we go. Now we're a little bit better. Knock that. Okay. The fate of lives of unborn children has been in the news, to put it mildly, this year in America. To put it mildly, with many news outlets mourning any setbacks to the freedom to murder. Okay, what? To the setbacks to the freedom to murder an unborn child at will. I didn't know I was free to do that. Was I free to do that before? Did I lose my freedom to do that?
I would say no.
Because in Minnesota, if you murder a pregnant woman in Minnesota, you get charged with 2 counts of murder.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think I had the freedom to do that. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Our world needs the hope-filled message of the sanctity of life, and I'm excited that this message is coming to U.S. theater near you beginning September 9th. Okay, let's take a look here. Unashamedly pro-life movie. What else would we expect? Okay. Have they ever been ashamed with a pro-life movie? Promoting adoption instead of abortion. Oh, this is going to be a heartfelt story about the adoption of an unwanted child. Kendrick Brothers, the same producers behind Create Courageous, War Room, Fireproof. I don't know any of those. Inspired by the true story of adoption, Life Mark is coming to U.S. theaters. 1 week only. Beginning. Yeah, it's going straight to DVD after that.
They probably found a couple of theaters to rent and
are you fucking kidding?
Somewhere.
Are you kidding? They have a trailer. Let's see if you can hear it. Kirk Cameron. Did you see that?
I saw that. It's Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
Are you okay with people knowing that you're adopted?
Yes. Mostly. Not really.
Do you remember asking to see that when you were about 8 years old?
How old were they?
I think she was 18 and he was 17.
I honestly had no idea that this many people were wanting to adopt.
Imagine how scared she must have been. She was pregnant when she graduated. And then the decision to place you for adoption.
God, if you're there, please protect.
Hey, I was 17 and my wife was 18 when my daughter was born. Whoa.
And watch over him.
There's a birth mother on the line with a question for you. It must have been the hardest decision of her entire life.
Hello?
But she loved you, and I'm so glad that she made the choice that she did.
Okay, did you see how pregnant she was when she supposedly made this choice?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that she didn't have a choice at that point. I'm pretty sure it was the baby was coming.
Right,
So,
right. Baby's about to drop. Adoption's about the only option.
I've always wondered if my biological parents think about me.
Today's David's 18th birthday.
You want to talk to him?
I don't think he'd want to talk to me.
There's only one way to find out.
I guess maybe I didn't want to feel different.
You didn't want to be an idiot.
I didn't want to be different.
Okay, good. That's a lot better.
God gave you to me and Mom as a gift, and you will always be our son.
Is that your birth mom? She wants to meet.
Really?
Yeah.
This is huge!
this is just heartbreaking. This is absolutely fucking heartbreaking. I am in tears right now. Are you
I
in
remember
tears?
one time there was this one news reporter on a local station. They wanted to do one of these, adopted child meets biological mother at the airport kind of things. And it was the most awkward. This is nothing like I've thought it would be kind of moments. And, everybody was let down because the mom and the biological daughter had no chemistry whatsoever, no desire to really talk to each other. And I don't know why they went with that story, but they don't always go very well at all, those encounters with your biological parents. So
yeah, I have a relative that went through that basically, and met the child, had the kid at 13. She did, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. But I heard of a story just recently that somebody went out and found the biological mother and called and told the sister or somebody else in the house about the pregnancy. And it turns out that the person that they called and told, hey, I'm your, adopted son from wherever, didn't know about the pregnancy at all. So the woman put a restraining order on him, and it was like the mother put a restraining order. It was like, where the fuck did I hear that story? Was that on this channel? I can't remember. I don't know. Or was that a friend telling me about somebody we know? Anyway, it didn't work out well. Pretty sweet.
Peter W. Says, it seems like a sweet movie. And the thing with that is it could be a sweet movie if it's written well, if it's got a good storyline, if it needs to be written.
Kirk Cameron.
There's a way for these things to be very ham-fisted, and especially in evangelical type movies coming from that kind of motivation are most always generally very ham-fisted, because it only ticks the boxes for a very limited, a very niche number of people, and they don't know how to be a little broader and a little more realistic.
Yeah. Oh, what else we got here? Yeah, the thing is, it'll get all syrupy biblical, and it'll make me want to throw up. That happens. Iowa, Missouri Loop Tour. Aussie Pops, Oddities, and Oddballs from Down Under. What the fuck? Creation.com? I don't know what that is. Oh, are they talking about weird animals? Yeah. Okay.
This is, I should have taken the link, but I don't have the link, but I'm sure you can discover it. On one of it was, I guess, my MSN feed, from Microsoft Edge. Apparently, because the rivers are so low here in Texas, they've been discovering more and more footprints in the rock that has been exposed. Normally, there's so much clay and mud that they can't normally see them easily, but now the conditions are such, because of the drought conditions, that they found some theropod tracks as well as some sauropod tracks on the Paluxy River.
Oh,
yeah, so that's exciting. No word of any human footprints, because that's also the river, where that particular fiasco occurred.
So I understand that they're upset about this with this. David Attenborough did a thing on Galapagos with David Attenborough. Evolution. Did a thing on evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, title of a 3-part series. Australia, revised title, Crucible Where Evolution Proceeds. Galapagos is a crucible where evolution proceeds at extraordinary speed. And we test his claim that the discoveries on the Galapagos inspired an idea that changed our understanding of, it kind of did, didn't it? But anyway, what do they say here? Oh, well, I don't know. The theory that creationists oppose is the idea and consequent atheistic worldview that all living things on Earth have arisen from a single source. They got that backwards or something, or no. It's not even backwards, not even inside out. Atheism doesn't have a fucking thing to do with evolution.
That's right.
Sorry.
That's not even wrong.
Sorry. I'm a lifelong atheist, and I don't think I thought about evolution 10 times, until I was 60 years old. So it certainly had nothing to do with why I was an atheist. It didn't make me an atheist. What made me an atheist? My mom taking me to church and me listening to the stories they were telling me, and I'm like, no, no, come on, you're fucking kidding me. Like, that didn't happen. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't I my I wasn't indoctrinated like a lot of Christian kids are.
Right.
I wasn't immersed in it. So I was looking at it as an outsider, basically. So I don't know. Who was dead? I found out my dad wasn't my biological dad when I was 62. Wow. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, maybe not. Let's see. The type of change required, for example, to change microbes into marine iguanas. Wait a minute. Evolution changes microbes into marine iguanas like Jesus? Did Jesus ever turn microbes into marine iguanas? I know he turned water into wine.
I don't know what Jesus' position on marine iguanas was. I really wish one of the Gospels would have talked about that.
I wish he had turned microbes into marine iguanas. That would have been a fucking cool trick. Like that whole water into wine thing. I've seen that shit at, first grade magician shows, I'm not impressed with that. It's just phenolphthalein solution and a base. No, is it a base? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, it's a base. You make wine. It's real easy. Simple. A little bit of sodium hydroxide. Anyway, you know about that, right?
About what?
Water in the wine, the magician trick. You put a little bit.
I got a chemistry set one time, and it told me how to do the water and wine thing using chemicals, but it wasn't real wine. It was just a colored water. But still, that's a well-known trick.
Okay, now this would require massive, successive increases in genetic information in the genome. How the fuck is that going to work? It's like, oh my God. I never looked at it that way. Did you ever look at it that way, Scott? That to change microbes into marine iguanas, it would require massive, successive increases in genetic information. Never looked at it that way. None of the examples of change over time that Attenborough calls evolution in this series involve the addition of new genes. How do you know that? Have they researched this?
But I thought evolution was the change in allele frequencies over time, and doesn't that mean increase in information?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or change in information, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when but the genome's changing, isn't the genome bigger than when it started out? I mean, are they expecting like the first bacteria to have been, the same size or the same bacteria as the smallest bacteria we can find today? Is that how they're thinking it?
Maybe. I don't know if they even think that deep.
When Otangelo goes on about things, he picks the smallest one, but I just don't expect that the innards of the first one-celled organism were exactly the same as the smallest bacterium or smallest one-celled organism that we have today.
So when evolutionists see adaptation taking place, they call it evolution. They are guilty of equivocation. Small changes of this nature do not make microbes to man a fact. Okay. So what are they guilty of here exactly? I'm trying to... Is there an opposite of equivocation? No, I don't know. Claiming that small changes cannot amount to large changes.
Right, that they don't accumulate over time as the genetics change.
Yeah. So what they have to be saying, what they have to be claiming is that the only changes can be small changes.
Hey, there's someone at the door. I need to run to the door.
Okay. No matter how many small changes you have, they're still going to add up to a small change. So they're claiming that small changes cannot add up to large changes. I don't think that works. Anyway, it's just because they do add up. But then, of course, they frame everything in 6,000 years. So they're not going to accept our millions of years, as they put it. Let's see. As a species learns to adapt to a new habitat. Wait a minute. What? Okay. The finches learn to have bigger or different beaks. Is that what happened? Maybe I could learn to have a smaller nose. That would always be a good thing for a Pollock like me. Let's see. If such adaptation means an animal can no longer breed with its previous fellows, this too is not Darwinian evolution. What? Wait, what? Because this involves a sorting of existing information. They're going to have to back that up, not the acquisition of new genetic information. In fact, such adaptation and speciation among the original created kinds is an integral part of the biblical creation, fall, flood, migration worldview. Oh, that's a good one. I never heard that one before. So that's a CFFMW worldview. These guys are really into their fucking worldviews, aren't they? For them, it's all about the worldview. If you don't have a worldview, you can't be moral. If you don't have a worldview, you can't have meaning in your life. Blah, 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 fucking blah. I don't know. Let's see. Likewise, natural selection is not evolution, but a culling process. Choosing from what is already there and exterminating unfavorable variations. Okay. Choosing and exterminating. It's pretty much what natural selection is. Several authors wrote on this before Darwin. Of these, creationist chemist and he was a zoologist Edward Blythe had 3 major articles published in the magazine of Natural History. Note too that Alfred Russel Wallace, the co-inventor of modern evolutionary theory, challenged Darwin re the latter's misuse of the term, and the finding of a new species does not prove that evolution has occurred.
Wait a second.
What?
Darwin? What term did Darwin supposedly misuse?
Darwinism. I don't know. Evolution.
Because he started the whole thing. How can he misuse any term?
Yeah,
any
I know.
term that he used that has changed in meaning, it'd be the person that changed the meaning that, quote unquote, misused it, or at least, redefined it. And I'm not saying terms don't need to be redefined. I'm just saying that it was him. By the way, the doorbell rang, or I got a knock. It was Uber Eats, but I hadn't ordered anything, and
cool.
so
Bonus.
there I am. I'm barefoot. I'm trying to chase down an Uber driver that he couldn't see me. I mean, he was going in and out of this driveway, trying to turn around and everything. I was just waving at him. But finally, some guy came out of his house and said, "Hey, that's mine." And so we got it to him. But I have never worked that hard to decline an Uber Eats order in my life.
Yeah. They're always delivering my son's meals to the people next door.
I know. I hate it when they get it wrong.
So a couple of weeks ago, I got this package from FedEx, and it had no address on it, no return address, nothing. It was just a manila package, right?
Call the FBI.
Inside of it, I opened it up because I'm an idiot. So inside of it was 2 bars of old-fashioned Fels Naphtha soap. And I
don't
have
know what Fels Naphtha is.
Oh, if you'd have to be like from the 50s in order to know that. Okay. It was this like horrible fucking soap they used to scrub our bodies with, and it was like mostly lye.
Okay, I know what lye soap is.
Yeah, this is old-fashioned lye soap, and it has a certain smell to it. And apparently it's for getting stains out of your shirts or something now. Uh-huh. Somebody ordered it, and fuck Amazon, put a fucking address on there.
Yeah, I don't know whether
we didn't order.
Maybe it was for people that are ashamed of getting lye soap, which I don't know why they would be, but
you got Ubered. So no name. We're going to talk about your synchronicity thing on Sunday.
And now my head is full of that song by Police called synchronicity. There's a synchronicity 1 and a synchronicity 2. I don't know which one's in my head, but it's driving me crazy.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to shoot her in the head.
Shoot me in the head anyway.
Well, yeah, we could do that. Okay. Galapagos tortoise. Okay, but the finding of a new species does not prove that evolution has occurred. What the fuck do you think evolution is?
Yeah, see, it's just garbage. This is all garbage. They have an agenda. They'll just say anything to sound smart, and they just want to reinforce to their uncritical, unthinking readership and people who donate, evolutionary ideas. They want to make it look like they are providing some sort of valuable service. But yeah, everything they're right is just junk.
Yeah. So they're saying here that Attenborough claims that if the two species of turtles are separated long enough, that they will become two new species. And they say this has not occurred yet, but if it did, it still would not be Darwinian evolution. Again, what the fuck do you think it is?
Right. I mean, that's exactly the kind of evolution that Darwin described in his book.
Oh, this is speciation as a result of adaptation to a new habitat. No, you fucking idiots. It's speciation as a result of a change in alleles, genetic changes over time. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
For God's sake. Oh, okay.
In other words, this isn't the thing that I want evolution to be, so that I can say it's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just, I don't know what, they're stuck on this new information thing. Oh, Tangelo was going on about that on Jay Bundy's stream just a little while ago. But anyway, I think we're going to shoot her in the head. But before we do that, Jay Bundy is on like 24/7, but he had a really good interview, and I linked it in the description. And it was about the basically testing that they're doing at the University of Minnesota on multicellularity in yeast. And of course, that's not evolution according to these guys, because what they found is that regulatory genes basically cut out a few proteins that manage to separate, that digest the thing that sticks the yeast together, and they separate normally. But when they don't separate, they form these clumps and strings and stuff like that. And anyway, they're working on that and many more things at this lab let's see, that's not the one. Yeah, this lab here, Michael Travisano at the University of Minnesota. Anyway, there's that. I think we're done with the Galapagos, aren't we? They're really mad about David Attenborough.
Yeah, they just anytime a big series like that, they panned Neil deGrasse Tyson's Cosmos. Hell, they panned as whoever was organized back then panned Carl Sagan's Cosmos. So
yeah,
I remember listening to I can't remember the name of the radio show, but it was evangelical, conservative, anti-evolutionist Christian, and they hated the Cosmos series, and they would rail against it for different reasons, So they've just been doing the same thing for decades, getting inheritance money, left to them by certain people, getting gifts in the mail. They're sending out direct mailers as well as email appeals for donations. It's a big money making grab.
Well, it's just here we go, right? Okay, you can't see it anymore. Let me show it again. Right there at the bottom of every one of these things.
Yeah.
Helpful resources, $14, $17, $19. Readers' comments. Let's go a little bit further here. Something to add. Oh, they don't have the donation thing here. Normally they have a donation thing on every single one of these where you can donate. Anyway. But screw these guys. So speciation is an evolution. Adaptation is an evolution. In their view, on their view of it, nothing is evolution.
That's
no matter
right.
what we show them, it's not evolution. So
your evolution isn't evolution-y enough.
And
for God,
no matter what you show me, you can't prove evolution and give me money for telling you that. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll give you some money, you assholes. Okay, Scott, I think I'm done.
it's going to be an early one today. We're going to shoot her in the head.
I apologize, guys. Me and Scott didn't realize that we were expected to come here with content.
Yeah, who said something about content? Where did this come from?
Normally, we rely on you guys to come in here and give us content, but no, today you expect us to fucking start a show with content in mind. Now, where the fuck, like, that would be like the creation of information. That we know that can't happen, right? Like, content isn't just going to suddenly magically appear in our heads, right? You see where I'm going, Scott?
I see where we're going. I'm sorry, I was just distracted by the witty repartee of No Name. Apparently, he and Stephanie are having an exchange of words.
Oh, nice.
I'm just noticing. I'm just noticing some of the wit that No Name is capable of.
Ellipses.
Yeah. Here's some interesting feedback about our episode today, and I think we need to take this to heart. Spooky Bedhair says we needed more ukulele.
Here's another like interesting feedback on our content today.
Yeah.
Like, content?
Oh, just show us more kittens. But it turns out kittens like to run and hide, Vesta. That's unfortunate.
Hold on.
It's almost like they're their own individual.
Okay. He's napping. He's napping. Okay, Vesta, you see what you did to me? You see what you did with Snack? He's napping. He's really tired.
He looks kind of pissed off, and he's covering his poor little face. Look at that little paw.
Wow. What? What'd you say, Stack? Say it again. Hey, let's right side up. Okay. I did it. That's our content for the day.
That's it. You woke him up. You're going to try to put him back, but he's just going to get up. And
terrorize me now for 2.5 fucking hours. Rolling his R's, running around, jumping on shit. Okay, boys and girls, we're out of here.
All righty. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
And we'll see you Friday if I don't do something sooner. I am working on a little bit of a zinc finger for Cell Cordova. And it is, it happens to be the middle zinc finger. So, okay. What the fuck? What's happening? Goodbye, cruel world.